Hi guys, a few months back I did a first look at the FNF Talon fly tying vise, and I'll stick a little link to that up in the information bar there. Now, I've been using this vise pretty intensely for the last 4 months, and I feel I'm in a position now to do the full review. I've been absolutely bombarded by requests to do this review, so I hope it comes up to your expectations. Without further ado, let's get into it. If you're a returning subscriber to the channel, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting the subscribe button and clicking on the bell. You'll be notified of any new videos that I release in the future. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of this review, I just want to address some comments that I've had from the previous video, and it's to do with it being a cheap knockoff of the Lawrence Waldron vise, and I've got to say it leaves me a bit I mean, why wouldn't you want to try and copy what is arguably one of the best fly tying vices ever made? FNF are not trying to hide the fact that they've been heavily influenced by the Waldron vise, and actually on their website this quote's available for everyone to see. Lawrence no longer produces the Law vise, and if you're lucky enough to find someone that's willing to part with a Law vise, you're not going to get much change out of £2 grand. So, you know, you've got to think to yourself, is there something else in the market? So let's take a closer look at the FNF Talon. Right, let's get the bad news out the way right off the bat. This isn't a budget vise. It's a vise that you hope to hand down to a family member or someone that you've brought on in the tying game when you depart for the big tying room in the sky. The vise, including the base then, is £525. The G-clamp, which is a separate item, comes in at £60. The toolbar is also £60. You can also purchase a waste basket if you want the full set for £20. I have tied every fly imaginable on this vise. I've tied from very small dry flies for the river up to big predator flies for pike and zander. Now, I have it configured with the base. This is a 2 kilogram heavy base, and I don't have an issue with it moving around on the table at all. It does also come, as I mentioned, with the option of the G-clamp, which I have here. I don't use this personally, but it's been sent for the purpose of the review, and it's just a normal G-clamp. Now, I know some tyers do prefer to use a G-clamp. I much prefer having my vise on the table, but each to their own, you know, everyone's slightly different, and this option's there for you if you want. And I believe if you initially purchase the vise, you can either have the G-clamp or the Pedestal base. The choice would be yours. Now, what you see here is another set of jaws. Now, these aren't a spare set of jaws, I would like to add. So when I first bought the vise and I got it sent to me in January, the vise came with these jaws, which I found were absolutely fine. Now, Kevin Porteous, who is behind FNF, he's a bit of a perfectionist, and he wasn't happy with these jaws. I don't know why. I think they're perfectly fine. But recently I've been sent out another set of jaws, and these are the ones you see on the vise. They're slightly smaller, I would say, but you know, at a casual glance you wouldn't really see a difference. But the tolerances, and we're talking millimeters in the change, but I think that says a lot about the man behind the vise. You know, if he's prepared to go to that amount of detail. And I believe that the first 50 vices, which was the first run, everyone got sent these new jaws, which must have been a massive expense to the company, and I think that's quite impressive, and certainly I would like to support that kind of dedication to the customer. So the jaws, since I've had it, as I've said, I've tied lots of different flies and I've never had any problems with hook hold. And what I really love about it is, so on this knob here, if I twist it, it just becomes, it's easy to move, and it adjusts to the tension that you want. So if you don't want it flying around at that speed, you can adjust it to slow it down, and it's really good. Now, my one criticism of this, it is an inline rotary vise, and when it comes, you've got to attach the jaws to the stock, and it takes a bit of faffing about to get it exactly right, to get that inline rotary function, if you know what I mean. So that's the one thing that I would be critical of, if anything. Now, the vise does come with an extension bar, and what do I mean by the extension bar? So as you can see, if I hold it up to the camera, it looks quite tall, and actually I need it at this height because as I get older, I've become more akin to Mr. Magoo, and I need to be really quite close to the jaws of the vise to tie the flies that I tie. So that's handy for me. If you're a youngster and you want to drop it down, you just take the extension bar out, and the vise is much lower on the pedestal, or the G-clamp, whichever you prefer. The vise itself comes in a very smart bag, and with the bag, it has little pockets and stuff. It also has some Allen keys which help you assemble the vise. One of the things I really like about this vise that's different from other vices I've used is when the stem goes into the base, instead of having just a knob and you've got a pair of pliers trying to tighten it up, it has an insert for an Allen key that can lock it into place, and you can lock that down quite tightly, and your stem won't twist and move, which can be quite distracting and annoying. It certainly annoys me, so I like to have it nice and tight so that the vise stays exactly where I want it and only moves when I want it to move. The pedestal then comes with a little recess. Now, it's difficult to see on the black, but there is a recess in the bottom of the base here, and what this does is it just stops any beads. If you're working with beads or eyes, it just stops it falling off your vise and then of course onto the floor. Now, Kevin was kind enough to send me the additional attachments that are available at a separate cost, and the toolbar, I'm thinking I'm just going to buy it. I was, when it arrived, because I've got something similar that I use, but this one obviously matches the vise, and being a vain sort of chap, I think I'm going to end up just paying him the money for it. But it's quite a nice toolbar. It goes onto the stem of the vise, and you can get several tools into that, and I quite like it. And it has obviously the little FNF badge there just on the side. I don't know how well you can make that out. So I like that. It's a really it's a nice addition to the vise, and I may well, I've had a look at the waste bag online, and I'll probably get that as well, because at the moment I'm using the dining room as my tying sort of area, and it's not ideal, but it is a temporary thing until I can sort myself out a better space. But I think the addition of the toolbar is a good thing, and with the rubbish bag attached, that'll help keep me in the good books from my good lady. In summary then, I am absolutely over the moon with this vise. I've never used a Lawrence Waldron vise. I'm likely never to even get a go on one unless I beg one of the professional fly tiers at the BFFI to just let me tie one fly on it to say at least I've had a go at one. But having never used one, I think this is probably the next best thing your money could buy. I've used most other vices. Obviously, at that price point, there are quite a few competitors, and I'm just going to run through them now so you're fully aware of what's out there on the market. The Petit Swiss Vice Master version, it's circa £700. You can probably find it a little cheaper online. There's also the Regal Engineering Revolution series, stainless steel head, bronze pocket base, circa £620. And another vise, the FNF Ultimate Reference Vise, circa £650. Of course, there's many other vices in this similar sort of price bracket out there. Do you really need to spend all that money on a fly tying vise to get into the hobby? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, it's an item that holds a hook in place while you lash fluff and thread to the hook. So, you know, I started out with a very cheap vise many moons ago now, but will it enhance your enjoyment of the hobby? Hell yes. As ever, folks, the choice is yours. This vise was a lot of money to me, but it's been an absolute pleasure to own and use, and to me that's all that really matters. I work, I'll spend my money on what I like. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please think about clicking that button and hitting the bell, and I'll see you all next time.